I'm Michelle Anise.
Seth Golden,
Mykayla.
and this is the Raging Alcoholic Stoner. The purpose of our presentation is to help grasp the philosophical theories of mind by using them in a real-world case.
We will also apply theories of the philosophy of mind to the real world and help summarize a real-world case.
And we'll also prove that epiphenomenalism is the best theory to prove innocence.
Case summary, there's a 23-year-old male named Joshua who was under the influence of alcohol and marijuana, and he stabbed his girlfriend 3 times. She didn't die, but he's now undergoing a trial, and he states he did not remember what happened and does not know how she got stabbed, claiming he did not do it or he just doesn't know.
The reason for this presentation is to prove innocence of a male who was under the influence and involved in criminal activity by providing evidence using a dualistic approach.
Okay, so physicalism is everything physically actually exists and nothing else. So in our case, the 23-year-old man stabbed his girlfriend 3 times while highly intoxicated, and he did not remember what happened when he woke up the next morning. This shows physicalism because the body acted without the mind knowing what it was doing until later, like the next morning. So there was no mental consciousness involved, as Joshua claims he was unconscious.
Idealism is reality or reality as we know it, and it is fundamentally mental, mentally constructed, or otherwise immaterial. Due to the amount of alcohol and marijuana Joshua consumed, it is easily inferred that he was not in the right state of mind. The morning after the incident, he was unaware of his actions, which rejects the theory of idealism. The theory of idealism says that the physical world does not exist, but in Joshua's case, what he did was purely physical. His mental aspects did not play a role in his physical behavior.
Okay, dualism is the view that there's two kinds of stuff in the universe. There's mental states that are like that are like thoughts and desires and stuff, and there's physical things that are like actions or actual matter. So property dualism says that the mind is found in material brains, so like consciousness can exist on its own. And epiphenomenalism is a subcategory that says that both your thoughts and your actions come from the same place in your brain, but your thoughts don't cause your actions. So according to dualism, Joshua's mind and body are separate entities, and because of epiphenomenalism, Joshua's mind and his body have no correlation, and there's no way he could have decided to not stab his girlfriend.
Okay, so the best theory of mind, body to win our case in innocence would be epiphenomenalism. And like Mykayla said, it's the view that mental and physical events are caused by physical events in the brain, and the mental don't cause physical events.
Our case proves Joshua's innocence because he did not know what was going on until after the stabbing. His body acted out in vain before he even thought about what was going on.
Joshua's thoughts and actions are separate, and since they can't cause each other, his physical actions couldn't have been stopped.
So the best general theory for any case to prove innocence would most likely be epiphenomenalism, because it proves that our thoughts cannot affect our actions, so there's really no way to control our actions because it just happens by itself.
Churchland says that from the standpoint of her researches, human behavior is exhaustively a function of the activity of the physical brain.
Our first objection is it seems like the mental affects the physical, which is called counterintuitive. This is by Searle. Every time I decide to raise my arm, it goes up. Our response is, it might seem like it does, but it doesn't. You can't prove that our thoughts by themselves affect our actions.
Objection 2 is that according to natural selection, traits that evolved over time are conducive to physical survival, but some of them don't really help us to survive because they don't like physically exist within the world, like color and stuff. Our response to this is that the epiphenomenalist holds that qualia fall into the latter category. They're byproducts of certain brain processes that are actually helpful to survival.
And then our third objection would be, how can you explain the existence of qualia? And our response is, even though we cannot physically explain the existence of qualia, it is an internal component of sense perception. That doesn't necessarily mean it's not real. According to Nagel, an organism has conscious mental states if and only if there is something that it is like to be that organism, something it is like for the organism.